Good morning, everyone. It's Yana Martins here, and our 21st episode of Reboot Your Tech Mind, a place for creating positive habits. In this episode, Utkarsh shares insights on creating the perfect daily routine. Learn how to find joy in the monotony of daily tasks and use structure to boost productivity and well being. Join us to discover practical tips for transforming everyday habits into source of joy and success. So just remind you, we're getting together every Tuesday morning at 7:45 a.m. for quick practical tips to kickstart your day in the tech world. And please make sure to check our previous episodes where we covered a range of topics, including time management, goal setting, stress management, productivity hacks, breathing techniques, mindfulness, and so on. So anyway, without any further delays, pass it on over to Utkarsh. And we have James here saying hi. Thank you, guys. So you can still say hi. It's a quick stream, but feel free to say hi to us as well. Utkarsh, over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Yana. It's 7:45 here in Australia, and it's one of those earliest morning LinkedIn lives that we're doing, Yana. Thank you for inviting me for this one. And as we will get to know a little bit more about me, and then beyond this, I hope to add value to our listeners who are waking up right now and or maybe starting their jobs and getting onto this live. But if you're watching it later, you'll still enjoy it and you'll still find value. Just quickly, maybe take 2 minutes to just share who am I. Um, One word that I use for myself, which I'll share more about towards the end of this live stream, is called funambulist. So I identify myself as a funambulist, and more on that in the next few minutes. But I help people live courageous lives because I think this human life is such a beautiful gift that we've all been given. I know there are the challenges of paying the bills, of finding the right jobs, of getting the right career, of raising the right families if we're into that, or buying the right things from Kohl's, but still it's such a beautiful gift that we've all been given, and it deserves to for us to be very courageous. I help ignite sparks in individuals, teams, and organizations. I work with B2B organizations mostly to help them develop their managers into future leaders. So if you're someone who's looking for such a program, happy to be of use. I'm a TEDx speaker, and I've created this journal that helps you build habits, that helps you identify what your life is, and that also helps ignite that life that you have. So if you want to look at it, it's available on Amazon. More on it later. But yeah, and the biggest role, the most important role that I have is that I'm husband to one, and I have two boys who are 13 and 10. So it's such a joy to be raising them in this beautiful country with my wife. And what when Yana reached out to me, she said that we need to kind of find ways to find that joy in monotony. And I'm someone who has had the same breakfast for the last 4 years, not the same meal, but the same idea is that how do you find joy in that monotony? And I'm going to share three big ideas with all of you and share how they work for me. But it can be very unique for who you are as a person. So if you have any questions, feel free to pop them up into the chat window. Happy to look through them. But yeah, just let's dive into it. The biggest thing that I've realized is that when we're trying to do something new, or we're trying to build a new habit slash routine, I think we need a big win early in the day. Sometimes we feel that it's such a long to-do list. There are like 27 items on the list. When will I accomplish 20 out of those? And by the time you reach to the third, there are five more that get added within the work that you're doing, and that what kind of just brings you down. So I think what's most important is to find your big win early in the day. And that big win could be that one email that you want to send to your boss, that one proposal that you want to send to your client, that one gym workout that you want to do, a meditation, if that is something that's important to you. Whatever you can identify for yourself, just find that one big win and go for it. I'm someone who enjoys waking up early. Like my brain functions the best early in the morning. So this 7:45 LinkedIn Live is the best of me that you're receiving today, and that's how my brain functions. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I've had my meditation. I've had my gym routine. I've packed the lunch for my kids, and I'm here doing a live with Yana. And so that's how I work. But get that big win early in the day, and you have to choose your big win. The one big idea that I can share here is that plan for that big win the prior night. Because if you wake up in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever be the time, and if you're trying to define your big win in that moment, the brain's not going to help you. The brain's going to be actually your enemy and stop you from getting that big win out. And so make sure that you night before you write down for yourself that Utkarsh, tomorrow or so and so tomorrow, this is going to be my big win. One thing that I've struggled with is that I love to swim, I love to run, I love to go to the gym. And there was this phase where I was wanting to do all of that. And then I would wake up in the morning and I'll sit on my couch and I'll think, so what should I do today? Should I go cycling? Should I go running? Should I do? And I would do nothing because I was wanting my brain to decide so early in the morning, and then the brain just freezes. So get a big win early in the day, and that's the best thing that you can do for you. The second big idea that I want to share with you is embracing monotony. I know the word monotony does not make sense to us in the immediate moment, and it feels like, what the hell, Utkarsh? You are asking us to be monotonous? But there are some leaders in the world who I admire and I look up to, and Steve Jobs, for example, the black turtleneck, monotony, monotony, monotony. But when you look at him or look at his pictures, you recognize that. Mark Zuckerberg, and there are many other leaders I can identify where there's monotony. One monotonous thing that my wife actually introduced me to, and she'd be like, Utkarsh, you don't have any style sense. What are you doing? You wear anything and then you don't buy the right things. And she then introduced me to this brand called Uniqlo. And I bought this one t-shirt and I loved it so much that I now have 10 colors of the same t-shirt. I just change the t-shirt color every day. And that keeps it monotonous for me. So helps me stay true to my principles and helps my wife and my audience feel that, oh, Utkarsh is changing t-shirts every day. So embrace that monotony, embrace that structure, because once you get used to the structure, you're asking your brain to not take too many decisions. You're asking your brain to focus on things that are important to you. And in the tech world, where you're coding, where you're making sure the user has a great experience, where you're building interfaces where people can come and stay with them for longer, get efficient because of them, be productive because of them. I think it's really important for you to find and embrace that monotony because it will allow you to structure your day in a much better way. Before I move to the third one, maybe I'll just share a little bit on what that word funambulist means, because I've shared it with you and you might be thinking about it, say like, what the hell, Utkarsh? Let me Google it. What does funambulist mean? What funambulist really means is that it is a tightrope walker. And what I feel is that we're all in this beautiful life of ours are living on that tightrope. We're trying to get the bills done. We're trying to get our projects completed. We're trying to make sure that the manager's happy so that the performance review gives us like a 30% raise in our dreams. But we're all trying these beautiful things. We're all trying to build a personal brand, whatever you might be doing. And it's a tightrope that you're walking on. But as you walk on that tightrope, don't try and see too much into the future. What will happen in 5 years from now? What will happen in 3 years from now? We don't know. And so all you got to focus on is taking the next step. And that's what's important. And that's when the structure, that's when the routine, that's when building this perfection for yourself is going to really help you. The final one, as you go along this journey, it's going to be hard because there'll be days when you would be through the day and it's 8 o'clock in the evening. Maybe there's a final call that you have to finish. Maybe there's someone in some other time zone. I see plenty of coaches in India, so I work with them during my evening hours, and it feels like I've not done anything today. But that's where you got to measure your progress. Measure your progress in the short term, which could be a daily or a weekly routine. Measure your progress on the medium term, which could be every month. And then finally, if you're if you're working on a startup, or if you're working in a business, you do these quarterly reviews, right? How's the business going? What's the revenue? Are we hitting the numbers or not? Are the sprints that we're doing, are they resulting in the right features being released or not? If you do that for your business on a quarterly basis, what's stopping you from doing that for your life as well? So measure your progress, because if you don't measure progress on days you would feel like I've not achieved anything, that's when you'll get demotivated, and that's when you'll feel like, what the hell, I'm not going to do anything. And if all of that makes sense, then I would really recommend going on to Amazon. It's available in Australia and India and wherever you are in the US. Buy this journal. It really helps you build those habits, because there's like a actual daily tracker that I've put in right underneath, which helps you track what you're doing on a daily basis or not. And that's about it for me. Build that routine, enjoy it, and find meaning and joy in that routine. Over to you, Yana.
Yeah, definitely can relate to all the things you've mentioned. I think there is a quote that I always get it wrong, but it's goes something like, Look for the freedom and find nothing. Look for the discipline and find your liberty.
Beautiful. I love that. I'm going to use that. Yes, that's a
So
beautiful quote.
maybe just Google exactly how it goes, but
Yes,
something in this line. But it's like a few things that you mentioned, it resonate a lot. That like making the decision the night before instead of like waking up in the morning. If I need to wake up in the morning and decide what the first thing I'm doing, I feel like I already use all my decision making for that morning.
I relate to that. I relate to that. And there are small things that you could just simplify, Anna. Because for me, like I just take my coffee black. Who can think of how much sugar do you want and how much milk? So that's my way. I love the monotony. Every morning there's a bowl of oatmeal that's ready for me, so I don't have to start to use my brain for these things and focus on beautiful things that I enjoy doing, which is my work.
And I think another thing, important to mention that you don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. and do all the meditation
Not at
and gym
all.
and things like
Not
that.
at all.
So I think it's nice to do it this way. But guys, I just woke up 15 minutes ago, so
Yeah.
and then get straight to reboot. But I think
Yeah.
my routine, I try to go like to bed maybe like at 11ish and wake up at 7 and try to
Yeah.
get my 8 hours sleep. But
Yeah.
I guess I try to do it at the same time. I think that routine bit is important. It's
Yeah.
not that important what time you're waking up. It just
Not at
again
all.
that routine, and once you get into your routine, your body don't need to make those like decisions. Oh my god, I need to wake up at 5 today and 8 tomorrow, and
Yeah.
you just get into the habit that helps you to stay productive.
Absolutely. It's all about the habits. And you can wake up at, I mean, we all have those 24 hours, right? Use it the way it works for you. And it's very unique to you. Let no one tell you that if you wake up at 4:30, you'll be a millionaire. Does not hold true. You can wake up at 4:30 and procrastinate for 3 hours and you'll get nothing. Absolutely nothing. So don't worry about waking up at 4:30. Does not work for everyone.
100%. So, guys, find your monotony, find the things that you can just repeat every day and don't think about it. And it will give you some space and energy to concentrate on the things you want to achieve.
Perfect. Absolutely.
And
And go ahead.
I now just say thank you, Utkarsh, for joining us this morning.
No, thank you. It was a joy to speak to your audience, and yeah, reach out on LinkedIn, connect with both Yana and myself. We are both yeah, just enjoying what we are building and doing. So if we can add value in any way, happy to do that.
Thank you, Utkarsh. Thank you, everyone. Obviously, like and share this video if it brings you value. And I'll see you for Wednesday tech discussion. And as usual, thank you, Utkarsh.
Thank you.
See you.